Personal tragedy is incredibly hard. It's hard on you, it's hard on your family, and those that care about you. And so it's a monumental challenge to be able to deal with a personal tragedy, but also still being a leader at work that people depend on. Personal tragedy is incredibly hard. It's hard on you, it's hard on your family, and those that care about you. And so it's a monumental challenge to be able to deal with a personal tragedy, but also still being a leader at work that people depend on, that you feel bifurcated sometimes, that you're dealing with this personal pain and discomfort of dealing with a tragedy in your personal life, but at the same time, having to be beholden to people who need you to be accessible and available at work. And this can be very difficult. I mean, you can literally sometimes drive yourself to wit's end with stress and fear and frustration because you want to be in your own space to grieve, but you also want to be there at work for everybody that needs you. It's a very difficult challenge, and one that many of us never find a way to balance. And sometimes we end up erring on the side of being focused on work more so than dealing with the personal tragedy, and it costs us in our personal lives. Or we can be the complete opposite. We drop everything and only focus on what's happening in our personal lives and ignore work. And then over time, people feel like you're not that committed. So what do you do when you're in this kind of predicament where you're dealing with a personal tragedy in your life, but also still being pulled on as a leader at work? Well, my advice to you is you got to take care of you first before you worry about your job. See, you are only as good as you are good to yourself. And that job will keep moving if you drive yourself into craziness or into some other kind of health challenge because you're dealing with all of this stress bundled up inside of you. So my advice to you, very simply, is when dealing with a personal tragedy, you take the time to deal with a personal tragedy. That's the reason why they give you bereavement leave. And if you don't have bereavement leave, then shame on the place that you work. But you really need to take that personal time off, whatever time you need to grieve for yourself, for your family, and the people that you're with. And anybody that makes you feel bad for taking time to take care of yourself, you don't want to work for them anyway. You don't need to work for them anyway, because they're showing you that they don't care about you. And nobody deserves to work for a leader that doesn't care about them. It's actually why people quit jobs right now. And you might be on the verge of quitting if your team at work can't understand why you need to take time to grieve and spend time dealing with your own personal tragedy. So focus on yourself and forget the job. Give yourself a chance to get yourself together, to grieve, and to go through the emotional roller coaster that you're on when you're dealing with a personal tragedy. It's the most important thing that you can do. I want to thank you for watching. Have a good day. Take care.